Hi, Rebecca. I'm trying to learn medicine to treat cervical rib syndrome, and after we've done it, we're going to do standing yoga. And if you participate in the standing yoga, then it's at your own risk. And we're talking about internal anatomy and so on. And this is no medical advice, we're just learning about it. Cervical rib syndrome. Some people are born with an extra rib positioned above the normal rib cage at the base of the neck. So here, okay, an extra rib at the top of the neck. It is known as a cervical rib and generally causes no problem of any kind. Okay. In a few cases, however, the rib may press on the nerves in the neck and produce an aching pain down the inside of the arm. Okay, there's an additional rib, and sometimes it makes problems because the rib itself presses onto something. So the rib itself is again no problem, but it pressed on something. With the acoustic neuroma, there was a tumor, a non-cancerous tumor on the acoustic nerve. And the tumor itself was no problem, but the tumor could grow and then press onto the brain. The size was a problem. No, and the rib is not a problem because it presses against the nerves. It can happen by cervical rib syndrome. This is likely to happen when heavy weights are carried in the hand or when the sufferer is tired. That is interesting. Now, I don't know the anatomy behind it, but if someone carries a heavy weight, maybe, and if someone is tired, I would know no reason. I would want to know the reason for that. For tiredness. A slight numbness or weakness may also develop in the hand itself. Numbness and weakness in the hand, just because the nerve is impinged. I think that it would be, here again, the question of why, but if it is just because the nerve is impinged, this is interesting. A weakness in the hand muscles developing so permanent or over a long time because the nerve is impinged. If a nerve is impinged, things doesn't work good. What if someone has somewhere a nerve impinged? And that then results in weakness somewhere in the muscle. And that, no matter how much the person now does whatever physiology, whatever training, whatever exercising, leads to an imbalance. And that causes then further problems. Just the idea, what if someone can have an imbalance in muscles and then resulting problems out of it because the nerve is impinged? An effect may also be felt in the eye. The lid may drop and the pupil becomes smaller. I think also because of the nerve. Okay, the lid may drop down and the pupil becomes smaller. If you notice such symptoms, report them to your doctor. He or she may recommend X-rays to find out whether a cervical rib is present. I'm just thinking about it. What would happen that the doctor would think about if someone has a lid falling down, what is it called? Pupil. Hey, let's check how many ribs you have. I'm in a way I hope that people have read this book, but just the idea someone has a falling down lid. I don't know how the X-ray looks at evidence, but and now let's check how many ribs you have. and imagine that's the reason. Imagine no one looks at it. I hope that people know that. And of cervical rib syndrome, it sounds so much that I think that people hear once of it and now for the rest of their life, and then maybe even think of it. But just for the patient, imagine they get told, let's check your ribs. But also the other way around, imagine it is that reason. You can search forever if you don't know it. If you notice such symptoms, report them to your doctor. He or she may recommend X-rays to find out whether you have a cervical rib is present. So it's not to find out just from the outside. Whatever. With an X-ray, people can look if you have a rib too much. Though in most cases the symptoms will have resulted from some other cause, such as cervical spondylitis or carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, the symptoms of the weak hand or so on will be probably from something else. But the things I said, the weakness in the hand or nerve, which we have the weakness in the hand and also falling down a bit. Because this is the most interesting part, because no one would think about it. A weakness in the arm, okay, let's look where the arm goes, but who would think of a lid? That the eye has a problem. A smaller pupil. It is probably from something else. But that can be also do a This is no medical advice, we're just learning about it. I think it becomes obvious. Pains in the arm may also result from a nerve getting trapped by a neck muscle. A neck muscle itself can trap a muscle can. I never really thought of it. What is trapping a nerve at all when a nerve is trapped? What is it even? It is not a bone, maybe it's a bone, but it's a muscle. I never heard someone say that. I have a nerve, doesn't usually, the feet attention, I have impinged my nerves. A muscle is impinged. It is such an idea that a muscle can trap a nerve. Pains in the arm may also result from a nerve getting trapped by a neck muscle. However, if a syndrome is confirmed and symptoms are severe, the doctor may recommend that the cervical rib be removed by surgery. The operation usually results in a complete cure. But I heard that operations are a bit complex in this area. Okay, cervical rib syndrome. That are people who have, it's the cervical spine. Cervical erosion, cervical cancer, cervical spondylitis. We have to get a bit closer about these names, about the naming of them, because now if it has something with regions to do, with the cervical spine and so on, why is it not cervical cancer and cervical erosion? It seems to be more internal of the body. It has, not, and for me, not so much to do with cervical erosion. I don't know what I say, I don't know what they are about the body and so on. Cervical rib syndrome. Okay, cervical rib syndrome, that's run rib too much at the neck, and that can impinge a nerve, and that can lead to numbness in the arm, tightness in the arm, and also a lid falling down at the smaller people. And if an X-ray says it is the cervical rib syndrome, for a reason, most of the time it is something else, then if it is severe, the rib can be removed. And that was the medical part. If you were here for medicine, you can go to the next part of medicine. We're going to do another stand. If you stay and participate in the stand yoga, then it's with the arm mask. Good and step, it's not a good and sit stand. Have feet standing together and breathe in and lift your arms a bit over the head swings. And breathe out the arms again down. Again in the arms up. And out the arms down. Again in the arms up. And out the arms down. Again in the arms up. And out the arms down. Another police officer, breathe in the arms up. And out open to the side. And then the arms up. Out open to the other side. And then the arms up. Make it there's space between the feet and breathe out, open the arms to the side. And the arms up. And out we're singing down, hide and seek playing part. Breathe in the arms up. And out open to the other side. And then the arms up. And out the arms down. And arms up. Again in and up. And out we're leaning onto our knees. We're doing the standing cat and cow breathing. And out, make a half of the back cat. Again in into the middle. And out, we're making a valley of the back, the cow. Again in. And out around the back, the cat. Again in. Out the cow. Again in. And then we'll come with around back up and make it to the back with the shoulder. Again, the arms up. Out open to the side. Again in. Out open to the other side. Again up. And out open to one side. Up. And out we come down into the chair. Breathe in, come halfway up. Come higher. And out, now we come right up. Breathe in, reach high. Breathe out, up to one side. And breathe in, up. And out we come down. Breathe in halfway up. And out we come right up. Now cross the feet again and lean back and draw shoulder blades together for crab in the morning. Breathe in the outside. And out again down. Okay. Hands together and lean back for read in the wind. Breathe again in. Out and lean again back. Again in. Out over to one side. Again in. And out over to the other side, but fur in the wind. Again in the middle. Now across the arms, intertwine the fingers, reach high with a crew. Without reach in front, out of a back trail. Again in and up. And out, change the arms, intertwine the fingers. Breathe and reach high. Out, reach in front, out of the back. Again in and up. And out and down, we're doing the down diving dolls from the hanging down. And we do the marble. Breathe in and bend the right leg. And without and stretch only the left leg. You can then change. And out and stretch the right leg. Breathe in and change. Out and stretch the left leg. In and change. And out and stretch. Again in both legs change. Out. Now the penguin. Breathe in, lift the right hand up to the sky. Breathe out, bend the left knee and look over the right shoulder to the right hand. Breathe in the hand again up. And out and down. Breathe in one hand up and out, bend the right knee and look over the left shoulder to the left hand. Again in and hand down. And out and down. Now the pelican, make a hand with space between the feet, shift back to the heels. Breathe in and come down. And out and up. Again in and down. And out and up. And the last time let down. Take hold of the elbows and gently rock from side to side. The triple face counterweight. Both hands again down, feet together. Breathe in, come halfway up with a straight back, monkey half lift. Out and down. Again halfway up into monkey half lift. Out and down. Breathe in, bring the arms again up for the up diving swan. Out, bring the hands down. Love pressure braced nailer machine. Arms together, breathe in. And out, arms in front, bring the head down and stretch in front. Again in and up. And out again in front. And now, the stretch of Venus, intertwine the hands, the fingers behind the back. Bring them over to one side, breathe in, tall up, shoulders back. And breathe out, head over to one side. And chin down to the clavicle. Breathe again in. And out, pull the arm and then shut it down. In, lift the gaze and turn the head over to the other side. Hands over to the other side. Breathe again in. And out, chin down to the clavicle. Pull the hand in and shut it down. In, lift the gaze, and the head back into the middle. A sky hugger, the feet are standing together. Breathe in, lift the arms. And breathe out, lean back. Long arms. Again in and up. And out, lean again back. Again in and up. Out the arms down. And the eagle's wings. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Down and down. Again in the arms up. Out and down. The last 7 in the arms up. Out and down. Another cactus collecting its stings in the evening. Lift the arms up. Bring the hands to touch and lower the hands slowly down to hearts. That was for standing yoga. I thank you very much and until next time.